Hey, what's up, everyone? You are watching or listening to my comic book journey podcast. I'm your host, Kennedy, and I enter another journal entry, this one going back to November 1975 with The Defenders. So, this one's from Marvel Comics, written by the awesome duo Steve Gerber and Sal Buscema. Sal does is a penciler. Inker is Vince Colletta, colorist is Glynis Wein, letterer John Costanza, editor is Marv Wolfman. So this issue concludes the Defenders and the Guardians of the Galaxy collaboration. This is the fourth issue, um, consecutive issue, dealing with a storyline where the Defenders is now way in the future, defending, trying to protect the humans who have been enslaved by the Badoon. And Doctor Strange, who people think is dead, is actually in his astral form trying to bring everyone back together because they've been transported to different worlds. So this one continues that storyline as he managed to get Vance Astro and Valkyrie back to the main ship, and those two end up saving the other heroes from the Badoon. The other storyline is for him to help the Hulk, who has been. Him and Yondu are stuck as a gladiator type games type of world, and trying to bring them back, and also trying to reunite everybody so they can go back home. So it's more or less a war against Badoon, and knowing that humans have been enslaved and what can they do to help. Interesting enough, the storyline uh, tends to focus on Doctor Strange, and I mean it focuses on everyone, but uh, Doctor Strange, and then you have Jack Norris, who pretty much who finally believes Valkyrie and the Defenders, and wants to do his part. And being a perfect marksman, him and Doctor Strange end up going to different worlds trying to save humanity. It's an interesting storyline, but for the most part, it it's a fitting ending. The closure is really good, and if anything, I think that a lot of people can come away thinking, "Wow, this is a pretty cool, collaboration," and also uh, finally bringing together Starhawk with the other group members. Um, because many people wonder how did the Guardians of the Galaxy, how did all these members get together, and the initial members were pretty much the final living survivor of their planet, but the Defenders and the Guardians of the Galaxy, it was a collaboration that I really felt that uh, went very well, went very well, and I think that a lot of people at the time, I would imagine, you know, probably enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just really interesting for me to see how the popularity of the group from the 70s and 80s and even in the 90s, and then we had this big shift of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which led to the movies. That's why, in a way, I was really confused because the Guardians of the Galaxy I grew up with in the comic books uh, was much different than what was depicted in the film. But I realized that in the 2000s or 2010s, there was a new Guardians of the Galaxy, which I found very interesting. Um, but it's all good. It's all good. I think everything worked out, and because what you see in the movie, the characters are actually very, very fascinating, very interesting, and they vibe well together. Uh, because the Guardians of the Galaxy of the original team. I would imagine it would be too hard to make into a film, especially when you have Martin X, who's all diamond, and you had, well, they did Yondu for the film, but I think there's just certain aspects that makes things a little bit more difficult. But it all went well. It went very well for the MCU version, and I enjoyed the movies a lot. Uh, but yeah, the comic books of the original Guardians of the Galaxy is something I do recommend reading, especially the main series line. But this one, definitely check it out. Issues 26 through 29 of the Defenders. So definitely check that out, and I will see you later, everyone. Peace. Wink, wink, and